Hello and welcome back to the Making Fire podcast. This is a podcast where two longtime besties talk about their favorite TV show, Survivor. This week we're covering the penultimate episode of Survivor season 50.
Okay, vocab word.
I feel like we do this every single
We
time.
do, I feel.
But before we get into this interesting episode, I have to ask Riley, how are you?
I'm doing amazing.
Shawmazing.
Amazing. You guys, I think I like this little life. There's just so much to be happy about right now. And I think I just need to push a little bit of my joy off onto you all. It's just springtime. Are my allergies terrible this year? Yes, but also the sun is out. The sun is shining. That's how I feel. I'm so excited. I love going on a little leisurely walk after work. It's just like the sun does something to you, and it just feels fulfilling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and go out and enjoy the sun. My goal this summer, I know this sounds crazy, but like it's about small goals. My goal this summer is to rob a bank. And
Period.
no, my goal this summer is I want to do like one outside thing, sort of a weekend, you know, whether that's just like a walk or like a picnic or just like some sort of outside activity, go play tennis, you know. I want to do something outside at least a weekend just to like enjoy it while it's here, you know. I think as I'm getting into my further into my adulthood, and I don't like contemplate death. Wow, me when I don't have any idea what I'm talking about today, and I'm just like, I don't
Getting
like
a little
contemplate
existential on the
right. Well, I'm just like trying to pass the good news on to you guys. I don't like, I'm not contemplating death all the time, but when I think about, I'm just like, I need to appreciate this life while I have it. And there's a lot of shitty things going on in the world right now. A lot of terrible, unhumane, like disastrously monstrous things happening in the world right now. And I feel like obviously address those things and acknowledge them, but we let them win if we let those things consume us, you know. And so go out and enjoy the sun. It's May. Live your life. Do your little things, like things that make you happy, that don't hurt others, and go for your walk in the parking lot around your house. I mean, that's how I'm doing, everybody.
Love.
Maddie, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. To follow that.
Yeah, what are you gonna talk
Live your
about?
life. Well, I didn't really like have much to talk about because we did record last night. So what
I know, that
wanted
was fully me being like, so we recorded the podcast and then I went to bed and I woke up about 30 minutes ago, so I haven't really had a lot of time to think about anything.
No. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about this week, because I didn't want to forget, is they're doing the Survivor 50 fan favorite vote.
Oh, yes.
And so I thought we could talk about that. Have you voted?
No.
Okay, well, I will put a link to the vote in the description.
Oh, yeah.
But I, like, how can you pick a fan favorite on a season with so many fan favorites, except there is only one correct answer? And that's going to be Suri.
Maybe that's gonna be Jonathan. Thank you.
Right. But I was just like looking through this and looking at everyone in their cast photos, and I'm just feeling like, so I want to put together a season of just my favorite people. Like seeing Q up there right at the top, like, oh, I love Q, and I wish Kyle had lasted, and Camilla had been longer, and Genevieve, and all these people, and I'm just feeling, so almost like, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened.
Isn't that just life?
These people came back to play, and I just like love them all, most of them all, so much. And I just wanted to put that out there. Don't forget to vote for this. I think voting closes like right at some point before the finale. So like probably I would vote by Tuesday if I was y'all.
Okay, democracy, yes.
And guess what? Once again, your vote matters. Just like it does, be sure to vote in that poll that we from last episode of what season we should do for the summer coverage.
The poll should still be up. Just a reminder, you guys are voting on which, if you didn't watch last episode, we are having our fans vote for what season you guys would like us to cover this summer on our Survivor Rewind. Our options are Micronesia, Gabon, Palau, and Cagayan. So go vote.
Yeah. Go vote. And yeah, so anyways, I want to encourage everyone to vote for this fan favorite thing. The winner gets 100K. And there's a lot of good options here. I think Emily would be another fun choice.
I'm so sorry. I sort of dissociated when you said that, and I thought the season that wins gets $100K.
Exactly. Anyways, I voted for Sari, and I would really love to see Sari win.
Sari, mother effer, you're about to die fields.
Yes. So that's how I'm doing. And yeah, are we ready to get into this episode?
Let's get into this episode.
Okay, I want to hear like your big thoughts ahead of it first. I transparent just finished watching this like minutes ago. And I have a lot of thoughts, mostly like on the production side of things.
Okay, so first of all, like my thoughts with the people who are left in the game entering this finale, right? I am okay, so everybody was upset with Rizzo, and if I can be brave, a lot of people are upset with Rizzo right now, and if I can be brave, I'm not that upset with Rizzo. Am I devastated Sari went home? Yes, I'm upset Sari went home, but I feel like there was no win equity if Rizzo sat next to Ozzy and Sari at the end of the game.
Why are they upset with Rizzo? I'm not understanding.
Because he's the reason Sari went home.
He's in a game to win $2 million.
I know, but it seemed pretty, like, from this narrative that we've had since the beginning of the game was, Rizzo was like, I'm going to be working with Sari. Like, I'm with Sari till the end. And then it seems sort of sudden that that shifts, you know what I mean? But girl, don't shoot the messenger. I'm like, no, I get it. Like, I understand why he did it. Am I happy he did it? Not necessarily. But I get it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's Aubrey's game to lose at this point. I think Aubrey's the only person who really has a season-long storyline. I think her storyline is so rooted in Survivor lore, if that makes sense. Like, I think, and I kind of think that's the angle the producers want for a winner of a season like Survivor 50, is you want someone who doesn't forget about the last time they played and sort of uses that to inspire their game in season 50. I think that's a reoccurring theme we've seen throughout the whole season with people like Joe. It came up about Sari last episode. People who have like PTSD around the games that they played last time. But I don't think that Aubrey had like PTSD. I think she was like, I'm taking this and I'm learning from it. I'm not using it as like a thing to like keep me down, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think Aubrey has good win equity. Rick Evans and Sari are gone.
I just have to speak in support of Rizzo. I think that when you get this far into the game to the very end and your number one ally is like the biggest, crossing my fingers, fan favorite, best player, like this absolute icon, and it's season 50, I think you would be like dumb to sit next to them in the end. You're basically just like guaranteeing like you're right, and there's no way he would ever win sitting next to Sari. There's not a single chance, right? Like,
yeah, I agree.
So I don't know, I just think that he doesn't deserve the hate for that. And I also think like, okay, their alliance kind of blew up. Ozzy took himself out pretty swiftly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, like, if I'm Rizzo and I see how close Sari and Tiff are at this point, I would also be like, okay, well, I need to play my own game because Sari is going to be playing her own game. Like, she, if it came down to it, would cut me, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it was a bad move for Rizzo. I think he's in a precarious situation because I feel like most of his trust was built into Rizzo and Sari. Ozzy and Sari. But I feel like Jonathan might still be looking out for Rizzo. I think Tiff is anti-Rizzo. But if Jonathan's looking out for Rizzo, Joe might also be looking out for Rizzo.
Yeah.
And I think Aubrey is ahead of Rizzo, so I don't think it really matters whether Aubrey takes him or not. I think if Aubrey makes it to the end, I think she'll win.
I agree. Okay, and I just wanted to say this episode felt weird to me. I don't like that it was basically just too many episodes put into one. Like, I think story-wise and just, like, production-wise, it is a lot less interesting to me. I think I would have rather
them condensed.
I would have rather had one whole thing. Like, another cycle where somehow two people go. And I don't know. It feels weird. Like, once you're only halfway through the episode, and then it's like, oh, there's actually just a whole other normal challenge, post-challenge, tribal again. It just felt kind of boring to me. And it's like, I would have rather, I don't know. I didn't like it, personally.
I feel like they usually do this in the finale, where they'll do 2 cycles in a finale episode. Yeah. But I feel like it works more in a finale because you're like, oh, we're down to the wire. Like, this is the end. Yeah. Where it feels like on the penultimate episode, it's like, oh, we're just rushing through.
Yeah.
The end game. And this is the most interesting part of the end game. Like, from the final 7 to the final 4, like, this is like, I think Rizzo said
games,
this. Like,
the pieces coming together.
Yes. And getting to see all these little movements, I think, is really interesting. So I understand what you are saying. I didn't necessarily feel so disgusted by it like you were, but I didn't necessarily mind it, but I agree. Like, I would have loved a more. Well, I don't know, because it's like, honestly, the Rick vote was pretty much a consensus. Like, he was gonna go home, so I'm like, do I need a whole episode for Rick's boot? Maybe not necessarily, but for Cerie's boot, I'm very interested by how that dynamic went down, specifically with her and Aubrey, and sort of the back and forth that happened there. This mother off, the season 50 mother off, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think I didn't love last episode when they split them up, because I'm like generally just not a fan of that. But I wish that there would have been, like we've been talking about all season, I would have loved like a double tribal or just like something to shake it up. It just felt like there wasn't a lot. I don't know. It just, the pace was weird to me, and it felt weird that like this was the episode going into the finale, you know?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I just had to get that off my chest. But let's get into episode 12. We open on the Emily vote group coming back to camp after tribal, and Devins is really just like trying to be sweet to everyone after all of that. But Cirie is annoyed. And then the Aussie group comes back, and Rizzo tells Cirie and Tiff about how Aussie completely tanked his game and how he told Aubrey literally everything. And Cirie says that she thought that Aussie had at least 2 brain cells to rub together, which is crazy. And she's like, why would he drag me down like that? That was crazy. And she's
Girl,
correct.
You don't get it. He had a vision.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
You don't get the vision.
The Oscar vision.
The Oscar vision.
Jonathan is feeling pretty high on life, getting the Jungle Boy out, flushing Devin's idol, Cerie's extra vote being used, and getting Emily out. But Aubrey knows that really she's the one behind the vote to get Aussie out, not Jonathan. So she has this fire in her to get to the end and work to sit next to the right people. And this was just giving winner edit.
I really hope that Aubrey and Jonathan are both in the final tribal council, because I know Aubrey is about to wring that man's ass out on the final tribal.
He needs that.
It's going to be very Marianne and Mike.
Yes. Jonathan's
gonna get, it's gonna be very Sophie and Coach. Like, Jonathan's gonna have a rude awakening when he realizes how much Aubrey's hands are in everything.
Yes. And
how much he was persuade this season.
Yes, and he was just a little messenger going back and forth.
Yeah.
The next morning, we are on day 22, which is crazy. Devins is on an early morning idol hunt, which catches some attention from the others, so Jonathan starts following him around like a little bodyguard. And Aubrey is happy that Devins is public enemy number 1, takes all the heat off her for now. But then we go back to the famous hammock. This hammock has had a lot of screen time this season. And Devin starts getting emotional talking to Joe about feeling down and not having an idol to protect him. But he knows that, historically he's been able to lock in and perform well in some challenges. So maybe there's some hope there. And then we get to the immunity challenge. The pace, it just moved really fast.
It does.
There wasn't like a ton of substance in a lot of parts. Anyways, it's the classic where they have to use a rope to balance a wobbly table and stack some letter blocks to spell immunity to secure their spot in the final 6. And reward is barbecue ribs, cornbread, beans, potato salad, and coleslaw back at camp.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not hungry.
I feel like I would have been. I don't know. I'm not sure how like the ribs were out there, but I would have been happy for all the sides.
Yeah, I could have done some cornbread, a little bit of honey.
I love beans.
Pure/honey.
Pure, yeah.
I love this challenge. I know
I do
of
too.
like the classic ones that we see every season. I really do. I like this challenge because really anything can happen at any point.
Mm-hmm. And it's so dramatic. The blocks
is.
falling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this one. And it is a tough one. Everyone is really just dropping those blocks all over the place. People are building it up and they're dropping. But I don't think Devin's really ever had more than 4 blocks, which is kind of funny. He just could not get the hang of this. But Joe has performed this challenge before as of half the cast. But he won it last time. And so he knows that going so unbelievably slow and steady can win you the race, and it works for him again, and so he wins immunity.
This seems to be like the strategy. I think of more times of people who took it slow,
Yeah,
than who've won than people who like really bolted through the challenge.
and starting slow from the beginning, knowing that is just the move. Yeah, I don't know. I think that is just the way to go. But I'm sure like when you're out there in the moment, you feel so much pressure to like keep moving.
I feel like if I were to do this challenge, I'd rush through like the first 2 blocks.
Yes.
Or like the first 3 maybe.
And then slow.
At that point, I'm like going Joe speed. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if you just really lock in on those first few, get a feel for it, and then slow down, I feel like that's really smart. But yeah, so Joe wins, and he chooses to enjoy the reward with Sari and Riz. That's what he keeps calling Rizzo, and that is so funny to me.
R-I-Z.
Riz. On the reward, Joe is getting some zest for life back eating this food. Because mind you, he didn't eat at the auction, which is really funny. And we are seeing a smile on his face for what feels like the first time in weeks. And he explains that he picked Sari for her strategic connections and things like that, and Rizzo to keep him on his good side. And the 3 of them all agree that Rick's got to go tonight, which Rizzo loves to hear so he can hopefully make it through another tribal with that idol. Him and those idols.
He really, I don't know where his confidence comes from, but it seems to work. It really, like, it gets it where he needs to go.
I would be crapping my pants at every single tribal after you don't play it, and you're just, like, waiting for the votes. But he's right every time.
This is 2 seasons in a row where he's held an idol basically the whole merge.
And I can see Rizzo being a guy that comes back to play a 3rd time. Do we think he's going to do it again?
If he gets his grubby little hands on an idol.
He's going to get greedy and get voted out with an idol in his pocket.
I feel like Rizzo's going to be the next, like, 4-time player, you know? Like, I feel like
the next Tyson.
Yeah, maybe he'll win on his 3rd go-around.
Yeah.
But I see Rizzo being a reoccurring character of the new era. We talked about it last episode. I see Emily possibly being a reoccurring character. I think if Camilla had done better this season, she'd have a more compelling story to come back again.
Yeah.
I still love to see her back. I think she was sort of twist screwed this season. So I'd love to see her in a season maybe less like this.
Period. I really hope Rizzo comes back and plays like 4 more games. So back at camp, Jonathan is being nasty with the rice, being impatient, putting his grubby little hands over it, eating it dry.
Out of the, he like put his tongue in the.
Oh, right. Like, what is wrong?
That's your communal rice.
I just can't stand this man. Tiff is talking...
One thing the man's gonna do is he's just gonna take like ownership of everything. Like, girl, and then he's gonna call Tiffany, he's like, oh whatever, mom.
I know. Tiffany has way more patience than I do.
Yeah, because I would have been like, girl, I'm not your mother, number one. Number two, basic human empathy question mark, basic human, your thought process. Why? That's our communal food. Why would you put your tongue all over your dirty mouth, mind you, that we haven't been brushing, and I know you don't be brushing it normally, so what's changing out here?
Exactly. Yeah, she's better than me because I would have lost my stuff. I like, especially being this far into the game and this many days in, I'd be like, I think I would lose my filter. I don't know how they all do it.
Tiffany's doing a really good job. There's been multiple moments where I'm like, girl, if I was in her shoes.
You know what? She, in general, just does such a good job at keeping it cool. I mean, how can we ever forget the Banu begging on his knees moment? And she played that so well.
She did. She played it very well. Get up. I'm not talking to you while you're down there. Get up.
Right. So Tiff is then talking to Devins and is getting fed up with Rizzo. And the first thing that gets brought up is that he didn't eat all his chicken at the auction.
Damn, I didn't know y'all were watching that intently. Y'all could have had a piece if you wanted a piece.
I know. I love how that gets brought up multiple times this episode. And she's also annoyed with how comfortable he's been sitting for so long with that idol in his pocket. And obviously Rick loves this idea because that means it wouldn't be him getting the heat tonight. Right. So he talks to Aubrey about going for Rizzo, which she's into. However, she might actually want to sit next to him in the end if everyone else also perceives him as this annoying kid who they don't want to give $2 million to. So maybe she actually does want to get Devins out. And, you know, he would be a big threat in the end. He's kind of had these antics the entire game that have been really just, like, showy and interesting. And he's been, like, a very just, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, his performance has just been very big all season. And she's like, I don't think I want to sit next to that. So, which is fair.
I'm thinking about Rizzo going to the end with Aubrey. And I think of, like, Michelle on Karang with Aubrey. And how, like, I feel like Aubrey thought she had a chance against Michelle, but then very clearly she was wrong. And I wonder if there's any room for the narrative that Rizzo ends up like winning against Aubrey for some reason. But I feel like the storyline for Rizzo this whole season has been like, he, at least at the beginning of the season, it was like, oh, he's kind of clueless. He doesn't understand the social cues of the game. Like, he's just here to play, but he's not here to like
fangirl.
Right. Like, he's not here to survive, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like Rizzo's had a lot of great moves this season. I don't think he's done bad. If he were to get to the end, I would hope he'd get at least a couple votes against Aubrey. But I wonder if there's any room for the idea that Aubrey picks wrong again, and she sits again next to someone who she feels she deserves to beat, but sort of sweeps. Yeah.
I know. I'm wondering if at this live finale, we're going to hear them talk about how sick Rizzo was the whole season. Because it's like everyone is bringing it up in their exit press, like how sick Rizzo was and like frail and not doing awesome. And I wonder just like what their perceptions of it is, because this is something that's not being like shown on camera other than like the moment when him and Ozzy were on Exile together. So I'd be interested in that. Anyways, Tiff then talks to Jonathan about taking care of Rizzo and his idol, which Jonathan likes. So he goes to talk to Suri. They go to take a seat on the hammock, which does promptly break, but no worries. He checks in on her, which was very sweet.
This is a bad omen for Suri, unfortunately.
It was nasty of them to put this in. But they do promptly put the hammock back up, so no worries. And
yeah,
then,
I wouldn't have trusted that hammock ever again. No shade. Sorry.
And then Tiff explains the Rizzo pitch to Suri. Suri doesn't want to see Rizzo go, you know, her Rizzard, but she doesn't want to hurt her game at the same time, but she would also focus on getting Devins out above Rizzo. But if it came down to it, you know, Rizzo could go. Then we go to this first tribal council, and Joe talks about why he picked Rizzo and Suri for the reward, and Devins calls out that actually Joe seems to forget how well both Rizzo and Suri made it out of the auction. It wasn't
Like, I didn't know y'all were
necessarily
clocking me
just
like that. Like, I really did not think y'all were really watching me like that. Like, okay, I didn't eat all the chicken. I was full.
I and maybe the chicken was gross.
Right.
I feel like there's also a big possibility.
You on Survivor, you're like, guys, the chicken was gross. You don't get it.
You don't get, I couldn't eat it. I could not eat that. And then they talk about the conversations at camp and how that all went today. And Suri said that, it was the usual suspects getting heat, which Devins raises his hand to. Aubrey talks about jury impressions and how you navigate getting to the end and who you want to get to the end with and just the timing of it all. And then Devins gets emotional playing again and, seeing the stars at night on the island, the shooting stars. And I was feeling a little bit silly and I said, are we sure that these aren't the Love Island fireworks? She's like, no, you don't understand. Shooting stars in Fiji are crazy.
You guys don't understand. You were in Fiji the same time that I Pick Clark happened, and that is monumental. Because I Pick Clark. At the end of the day, I Pick Clark.
The I Pick Clark heard around the world.
The I Pick Clark heard around the world.
Yeah. I also kept... the song that's like, the stars at night shine big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
I think.
The stars at night shine big and bright.
In the heart of Fiji. I think we should scrap this podcast and we should start a Love Island review podcast.
Jesus.
That's like brain melting. Could y'all imagine?
No.
Do we do one weekly podcast of a recap or do we do a podcast every day following the episode?
Part of me thinks you got to do every day if you're going to.
I mean, you have to keep up.
Yeah.
The problem is there's so much nothing on those. Like,
they could be shorter episodes.
Maybe there ain't no short episode when I'm on the podcast. No shade.
I cannot believe Love Island starts so soon.
I know, in a couple weeks. Oh, in June, I think. No?
Yeah, June 2nd.
Be who you are. This is the first season where it's going to all be men, but none of them are gay. One of them is bisexual, and we have to find out who.
Traitors.
Anyway.
Traitors, but different. Anyways, yeah. So then we get to the vote, and Rizzo does not play his idol, shocker, but Rick does get up and play his shot in the dark and is not safe and does go home. Go to the jury.
See the stars from Ponderosa, baby.
Yeah, I'm sad.
I will say that was a cute... I liked the sentiment, though.
I did, too. I know I'm poking fun at it, but it was very sweet.
And then him, when he, like, during the vote sequence, when he's looking up at the stars, like, while everybody's voting, and then Aubrey drew a star on his parchment.
And that being the last vote that was read, it was very cute.
That was special.
Yeah, so once again, I want Ponderosa videos back, and I want newscaster Devins all over that place.
Right.
I'm kind of surprised that we didn't get any from this season.
Me too.
I feel like they would bring it back for 50.
Not even like a reel or something? Not even like a...
Even just like a silly little one. It doesn't need to be as like...
Y'all didn't have Coach
fun.
and Coach and D dancing to TikToks in there?
Starting their own band.
Right. Where are the Dragon... what's the band called? The Dragon...
I don't remember.
Right.
Anyways, let's just jump into day 23. And this is what I was talking about. Like, it felt weird. Like, deja vu. We're just starting a new episode over, you know?
Well, hey, they only have a certain amount of episodes, and they're the ones that decided to have 24 motherfuckers on that island.
Yes.
Honestly, we could have cut 4 people.
Yeah.
Who'd you have cut? Okay. If I were to cut 4 people from my season, I would have cut,
Jonathan.
Joe. Well, sister, wait, slow down, sister, slow down. No, yeah, Jonathan and Joe. I would have cut... Do we cut 2 women to balance it?
Steph. Personally.
And Chrissy.
Chrissy. I mean, actually, yes.
We're done. Book closed. Moving on.
Okay, and I understand.
I feel like if Chrissy was not on the season with the likes of Coach Jonathan and Joe, I feel like we would have gotten a different Chrissy.
Yeah.
I don't know. But we can send those 4 off.
Is
And
there
then
a new Arrow woman you would have cut?
Who were the new Arrow women? Genevieve, Emily, Tiffany, Dee.
So honestly, no.
Camilla.
I liked Dee more this season than I thought I was going to.
Savannah.
But I would have not had Savannah.
Savannah, slow down.
I don't like that. She should have had more time to, like, in between seasons.
I know, but isn't there something cunty about her coming back right after winning?
Yes, but
and having her being the most recent winner and Jenna Lewis from Borneo, like, there's something kind of romantic about that.
Yes, and I see the vision. However, like, on a human being level, I don't think that it was right. And I could say the same thing for Rizzo. I don't know that it was, like, right for, like, his health to do that.
Who would you have brought back from season 49 instead?
No one.
What if someone that went home earlier in the season?
Yeah.
I can't even remember anybody. Girl, we covered that season, like...
Can I not remember a single person?
Sophie. Both Sophies. Sage.
I don't think Sage wants to go back.
Who's the girl that we're always like, oh, Christina.
They brought Christina back.
Nate was on that season.
I'm looking up the cast.
I want to see how many of them I can name. Okay, Nate. Who was the first boot that season? Shannon. The weird, like...
Remembers being in the womb. MC. I would have rather had MC.
Oh, MC for sure.
I would have rather had Sophie S. She got some time on the jury to, like,
Sophie
process.
Sophie S. Is not the blue Sophie. That's not Soph.
Not Soph.
Yeah, Sophie S. I think would have been good, but I don't think production likes her the way that they treated her on the season. I think MC would have been a great pick. I think Shannon would have been a great pick. Shannon.
I would not have brought back Shannon. I don't think.
Girl, she was insane. Do you not remember? She was like she had this like mob boss like.
Okay, yes, I see that. I see the vision. I just personally would not.
Joanne.
These people back.
Bring back Joanne.
I don't think there's anyone from the, like, final section besides Sophie Segretti that I would have brought back. But I don't even think I would have brought her back for 50. That's a little bit much.
Yeah, honestly,
I get
why do I remember being more impressed by the season 49 cast, and now I'm sitting here and I'm like, really? I feel like Rizzo and Savannah were the only options.
I completely agree. I think I understand wanting to have the latest season represented, but I actually think that we could have just left it out.
Right.
So then I would maybe just leave out Steph and
Savannah.
Joe.
Oh, and then Boot. Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, I guess we can keep.
You'd rather have Jonathan over Joe?
Well, actually, no. I would rather have Joe because he's, like, interesting. Yeah, I would rather have Joe. Yeah, so Boot, Jonathan, Steph, Rizzo, and Savannah.
Slow down.
I'm locking in my answer.
Savannah, slow down.
Okay. We jump back in to day 23. Tiff, Jonathan, and Aubrey are talking about how Rizzo still has his idol, which they are annoyed about. But they agree that at this point, he's probably going to try and stretch it one more night. So, maybe they could sell him on not playing it tonight and keeping him comfy. Aubrey is realizing at this point that she actually, scratch that, doesn't want Tiff to stay till the end, because Tiff can absolutely win this game and is actually going to be giving her some Michelle flashbacks.
She said, ooh, actually, wait a
minute. Literally, Savannah, slow down.
Savannah, slow down. The PTSD started to creep in on Aubrey. She said, ooh, keeping it cute.
Actually. Jonathan then takes what Tiff said about Rizzo to Rizzo, who is like, okay, yeah, no, that's not going to work for me. Jonathan also says, hey, don't tell Sari about this. But Rizzo immediately takes the info to Mother. And Jonathan's like, yeah, actually, we should go for Tiff because she wants you out. So that's, like, very, very key information that's going to come back. But then we're going to get into this immunity challenge. They have to race through a teeter-totter, release some discs, get some letter blocks, and complete an arch puzzle. And this just, like, is nasty. Them having 2 spelling challenges.
In a row? What were they supposed to do?
Right.
Read a dictionary
Jonathan.
before they got to Survivor? I didn't know that was a requirement.
Exactly. Jonathan and Joe get to the puzzle first, but can't it not just they can't figure out the word, it almost feels like they don't want to figure it out themselves.
Yeah.
They're just like truly waiting around. Like it was kind of crazy. So basically like Aubrey at some point is fully just helping the two of them try and figure out the word, which doesn't make sense to me because I'm like, this isn't like a strong part. It's like if you figure out the word, just move fast. Why are we trying to tell sorry, Dumb and Dumber? They're not dumb. But like it's like they're not even trying to do the word part.
Right.
Why are we helping them?
And it wasn't until
yourself?
Tiffany started putting it together that Aubrey was like, oh, I should be building my own puzzle.
Exactly. And I also want to say, I think I saw that on social media that Joe was diagnosed with dyslexia pretty recently after these performances. And so I'm not too much on him at all, but like it almost felt like specifically Jonathan, I'll just call out Jonathan, it's easier. Jonathan was not even trying.
Yeah, I feel like he was a little kind of like, give me the answer. Like, help me.
Yes.
Help me.
Yes.
Like, why does
Ew.
Jonathan deserve immunity over Aubrey? I know Tiff got flash. I really love this puzzle. I love the arch puzzle because there's like a physical dynamic to it, but then also the actual puzzle where it's like it has to be correct on both sides, which I think is fun. I really love when they do the big version of this puzzle, and I feel like I've already brought it up multiple times this season, but always remember when they did it on was that what season was that 46 they were on? Season 46, and that purple tribe, Jess, Kenzie, Q, Banu, Tiffany.
What a mess.
And then it falls and Banu just goes, Jess! It's so funny to me.
And why wasn't Banu brought back?
It's like kind of raining outside too during the challenge, and they just have lost so many challenges in a row. And Jess was already on thin ice to begin with.
And she was not having a good time.
It wasn't a good time for her. No, honestly, I was thinking if they did a Survivor rival season, would you rather Tiff's rival be Q or Banu?
Q.
I know. I need Banu back though. We didn't put enough.
What, like, if there were to be a theme season, what would you...
For Banu to get brought back in?
Yeah, what would you, like, bring him back for?
I really love the idea of fans versus flops versus favorites.
Flops is crazy.
That's a very popular... not very popular, but it's a common online...
How about underdogs?
Well, yeah, but then it's not illiterate. Oh. It's not... Alliteration?
Yeah.
Alliterate. Alliteration. Anyway, it's not alliteration. Underdogs, unless it's like what's another you? This is us coming. This is us. You want to peek into us coming in for their titles each week for the episode.
So
what's another you word? What's another you word? And then it's just us spouting out you words that have nothing to do with the episode until we get one.
And just ignoring when the other one does something dumb.
Anyway, no, underdogs. I feel like he could come back for an underdog season, or maybe like it's something like that. Because I mean, I don't necessarily think he's a fan favorite, unless they do like a pre-merge returnee season. I think he has some like something there. But underdogs, I think, could be good. Mm-hmm. What's the opposite of an underdog?
Top dog.
Underdogs versus. I'll get back to y'all on that.
Yeah, you marinate on that. Anyways, so guess what? Tiff wins without anyone helping her. She fully just zones all of that out.
Both of her feet on the ground like they're supposed to be.
And she comes together with an inconceivable win.
Girl, she was going to go home. Baby, you are going home.
And she didn't even know it.
I feel like this is multiple seasons in a row I've had, maybe not in a row, but maybe in a row that I've had my winner picks make it to the finale.
Yeah, because you had Sophie Belardi.
Yeah, and then was Kyle before that? Was Kyle 48?
Yeah. Wow.
And then did Genevieve make the finale?
No.
I think she was one episode short.
I think so.
Yeah, because it was like, wasn't Operation Italy to get Genevieve out? Or...
Yeah, I think so.
I can't remember. Anyway, I've been
Yeah, because I think it was like mostly between her and Sam, and I think Sam did make it.
Yeah, Sam was like
last.
second place that season, so.
Yeah.
But this is 3 seasons in a row,
Good job.
girl.
Period. Okay.
I accept cash and Venmo. Yeah.
Everyone Venmo Riley $100 and then send it right back to me. I'm actually accruing interest on my fees for editing the podcast. Right. I'm like the
right
woman
now
in
we're
Euphoria.
at $1 million. Rue, you owe me
You
money.
owe me money. It's like going to be $4 million.
Well, now with interest, it's $4 million, Rue.
I'm Lori. I'm Lori. You're Rue.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Okay. They get back to camp. Aubrey's annoyed at herself that she didn't just focus on her own puzzle to begin with to beat Tiff, which, yeah, I would be kicking myself as well. But that's all right. So now Tiff has immunity. Rizzo still has his idol, which is scary. That really just leads us to it's time for Suri to go. Which, as sad as I am, like, they had to do it. Like,
Final 6 in a 24-person season for Suri Field in the big year 2026.
I was so
That's
scared.
pretty iconic.
When they announced she was going to be on this season, I was so nervous that she was going to be such an early boot.
She was
She
inches
almost
away
was.
from being the first boot of the season. Can you
Yeah.
imagine that? Without Suri this whole
know.
season, what would have happened?
Oh, nothing good, probably.
Nothing good happens when Suri Fields isn't there.
Right. Bring
That's
her
my
back
famous
every season
quote.
until she wins. Aubrey brings the Suri idea to Rizzo, who would be sad for Suri to go, but knows that he cannot get to the end with her. And he also knows that he needs to be smart about getting her out because she can sniff anything out. So then Tiff talks to Suri and asks about if Rizzo's going to play his idol. And Suri is like, I do not care, Diva. It is between me and Aubrey tonight, actually. So
It's
let's
between
get
me
with the
and Jesus.
program.
Jesus.
She tells Tiff how it was supposed to be her tonight if she hadn't won immunity. So Tiff is at this point ready to go for Aubrey after hearing about this. And she's ready to persuade Jonathan to vote Aubrey, which shouldn't be that hard because he is easily manipulated.
God, Suri is so smart.
She's a genius. She's a true mastermind.
I just
Not to
love
jump-
seeing someone. I love seeing someone do something that they're passionate about and good about. Like the way
Yes.
I'd love to see how she is in her normal life. Like I'd love to follow her around her job for a day and just see sort of how does she like interacts in that world. You know,
I love seeing her cameos of her on Break as a nurse.
I saw a funny somebody tweeted because she did it. They did a cameo for she did one for her on break, and someone said, "Oh my god, I know she doesn't win. I know she doesn't win this season because why is she back at work right now?"
I saw that.
And I was like, "Girl, maybe she just likes her job, okay?"
Yes.
And
you know what? Once again, that's why we should vote for Suri to be the fan
Right.
favorite, because she is a hardworking nurse who's doing cameos during her breaks, which I'm sure she loves. But at the same time,
Do you think they get some sort of appearance fee for being on? Like, do they get money for just? Yeah, they do. I think like each
Yeah.
place gets a little bit of money.
yeah, they do.
Okay, yeah. They do that on Drag Race too, but I think it's by episode. I don't know. Anyway,
Okay. Anyways, so Suri tells Jonathan that there is a rat at camp, and that rat's name is Aubrey. Aubrey basically spilled the beans about the vote for Tiff, which he immediately is like, okay, heard.
he said, "Heard it, taking
Heard.
it in, feeling it out."
So Jonathan takes us to Joe, who then talks to Aubrey, and she's like, no, I did not say anything about the Tiff vote. Suri is lying and needs to
Got
go.
it, honey.
She's trying to target me, which, hey, I get it. Joe says that he has never seen a human being manipulate a room so well. And you know what? He doesn't even seem mad about it, which is
No.
funny. He's genuinely like, the way she twists my mind is like, something I've never seen before.
Yeah.
And that's how you know you're good if John or Joe, oh my God, I hate them. If Joe isn't even mad at you for manipulating him.
Right.
When that is usually like sin
And
number
can you
one.
imagine? Oh, I wish I was good at Survivor. Like, I wish that, like, I mean, me,
They
when
just
I've
have to
never
give
been
you a
out there,
chance.
who knows? But, like, it's just, like, it's masterful. Like, I want Suri's brain.
how is she thinking so well this far into the game? Like,
I know.
she
That's
is
what's
still-
impressive too.
She's
She's
never
constantly
lost it.
thinking at the same level, always.
She's been sharp since day one.
I think that's what it is. I think that's really what's most impressive about Cerise's game is that she consistently makes it to the end of these games, whether it's Traitors or Big Brother or Survivor, Snake on the Grass. You last the whole time and you're still as sharp as you were on day one. That is very impressive.
And she's not making these like little mistakes. She's genuinely like working with what she has and like masterminding it. I don't know.
Do you I need to get her on the pod and interview her because I'm like, do you think it's just common sense to her? Do you think her brain is just like, well, no, this just makes sense,
Or is she
like,
having to like work for it?
yeah,
Like,
she's like,
intentionally.
okay, I need to do this and this and this, and or is she just like, well, no, I'm gonna obviously tell Tiff that let Aubrey said her name because why wouldn't I say that? Like that just is the most logical next step. Like I wonder if it's that quick for her, or if she's like, okay, what are my moves? What do I have? What's my info? Like where are my pieces? Because some people are really thinkers like that. They really have to like sit down and like plot the pieces out. But I feel like for her it just comes naturally a little bit.
Okay, so for podcast planning, we're going to do first the episode with financial analyst Emily Flippin, where we're not going to talk about Survivor. We're just going to immediately get into your personal finances.
Yes.
Then the follow-up episode is going to be an interview with Cerise.
Interview with Cerise. You don't ask any questions. You just sit in the background. And I don't let her, and I talk over her the whole time.
Oh, period.
I'm like, well, Cerise, how do you feel about this? You're Cerise. How do you feel about this?
Oh, well, I actually
Because when I was watching this season, I was really interested in how you went about it that way.
Oh, well, I'm not sure that...
And I think, like, comparing it to your last couple seasons, like, really makes you stand out in season 50.
No, for sure, and that's definitely what the people have been
Would you say that it was, like, an intentional thing for season 50?
Not necessarily. I actually think that...
Oh, okay.
Okay. So... Jonathan is still hung up on this info coming from Aubrey, which Rizzo loves. And both, because, you know, he was actually the one that was telling Suri the information, but it's somehow not getting back to him at all. Both Suri and Aubrey know that this is the make it or break it moment that can push you to the end. And this brings us to tribal number 2 for the episode. They all talk about being shocked to still be in the game, and they also talk about the speed that information gets around camp and just the tension of things getting into the vote. And Suri talks a lot about just, I don't know, her feelings today and like how it is around camp and all of that, playing the game again, and making it this far into season 50 before we get to the votes.
I wish that I could, like, edit Survivor on my own. I just really love this show at the end of the day, and I just feel like some of their choices are really weird, but I just, like, we're at the final 6 of season 50.
I know.
Like, that's crazy. This show's been going for, like, 25 years. Like,
Yeah.
and Cerise Fields is still there. Like, what a weird group of people that are left, and I'm just, like, I just love this show so much. I just love this show so much. I don't know. I just love it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And I'm sad that she has to go home, but I'm just like, oh, why am I feel like very reflective today. Like, how beautiful
We
is it
started
that
off existential, and now we're bringing it full circle.
I feel like how wonderful that we get to watch Cerise on our TV again in our adulthood.
Yeah.
Like, live. Like, I've never watched the Cerise season live before. Well,
Right.
Like a Survivor season of US Survivor.
Yeah.
I haven't, I mean, not since I've become like a Survivor super fan, you know? So how precious is it that we get to watch her like do what she needs to do?
It's beautiful.
Do what she gets to do. Yeah.
She's just, I don't even have words. I am so grateful that I get to watch her on my TV. And I would watch anything she's in pretty much.
Oh, so you're gonna
What
watch
game
her
do you
brother?
hope she does next?
I'd really love to see her on The Voice.
The Masked Singer.
The Masked Singer. Me and her were me and her are in a duo costume.
Yeah.
Like how Pentatonics was sushi rolls. Are you not familiar with the Masked Singer award? The Pentatonics was on the Masked Singer, and all 5 of them were on there, and they were a sushi roll.
I need her on Dancing with the Stars.
Ah.
Who would you have her partner with? I feel like Ezra probably.
No, she needs to be
Pasha?
with who?
Pasha.
Yeah.
But she would be so funny with Ezra because I think
It would
he
be
would give
funny
her
with
Rizzo
Ezra.
vibes.
Do you think Alan?
Oh no, it's Alan. It has to
It's
be
Alan.
Alan, yeah, that was perfect.
Oh my god, you guys! I'm so excited for Dancing with the Stars. I'm like,
Oh my
they
god.
need to be giving me two seasons a year. There ain't no reason that we have to wait all year.
Oh, can we get into Dancing with the Stars for a second? I think it is so messed up that they send these pros on this tour for like
Yeah.
92 stops in like 100, just over 100 days, and then all of them are getting hurt. They're all having injuries. They're all away from home for all
Oh.
these months.
I haven't been following any of like the stuff happening on the tour this year.
Yeah, like Brandon broke his elbow or his arm. Jenna
What?
had to stop because she like broke a toe or something.
What?
They've all had different health things happening. It is way too much on them. The ticket prices are insane.
They are very expensive.
I would so much rather them do 2 seasons a year.
I would rather them do that too, and then give them off time. Give like during the off season,
Yes.
let them just rot in bed and like not
Yes.
do anything, have any obligations. I'd rather use the money that you get because they were just boasting about the best viewership they've ever had for the
Right.
finale last year, like the most viewers at a time, right? Like just naturally let us love this show. Let it come back into the culture. You know what I mean?
Don't
What would
be
you
doing
say?
this stupid convention
What was the culture
thing.
that made you say that culture was for you? What was the piece
Yo-
of culture that made you say that culture
You
was
want
for
me
you?
to answer that?
Yeah. You know, it's the famous question we ask on this pod every episode.
I've actually never. Can I think about that? Normally, like you sort of prep the guests on these questions.
Oh, girl. Oh, girl.
What was the culture that made me say culture was for me? That's a really good question. I actually don't know. Do you have an answer off the dome?
I go back and forth with this because I feel like, okay, what is like the pop culture that made me like love pop culture when I was young versus in my adulthood? What have I loved, you know, in my teen years, sort of like, because I feel like a lot of these celebrities answer things from when they were like young. They're like, oh my God, when I was
Yeah.
like 7, I saw this and I just knew, right? But I feel like for me, I didn't really like get into pop culture until I was like a teenager. You know what I mean?
Okay, I
feel
have
like
my answer.
if I was young, if I'm talking about young Riley, I would probably have to say like Hannah Montana ? Like Disney like early 2000s Disney Channel, I think was for me.
I love that. I feel like
about
that. I would say, I think that watching the Today Show with my mom, because
Oh.
they always had so many like pop culture people coming on the show and talking about whatever they were in. They had the live performances. They had all sorts of different things, like watching Kathy Lee and Hoda for years and years. I think yeah, I would say like those two women specifically, maybe even Regis and Kelly. Like they always brought people on. I think watching morning talk shows with my mom. But specifically, I'm going to say the Today Show.
I love that. That's a great answer.
Thank you.
Good answer. Good
Good
answer.
Sit on it. Okay. Anyways, let's get to the votes. In Aubrey's confessional, she calls Sareed the best Survivor player of all time. Agreed. Sareed says that she wants the next time she's on an island with Aubrey to be them on vacation together, which I love. And shocker, Rizzo does not play his idol. And Sareed is sent to the jury for 2.
I keep forgetting Rizzo can only. I know he would have never played the idol on Suri, but I forget that he can only play it on himself.
I know. Jeff has tears in his eyes as she thanks him for the best years of her life and for once again getting her off that couch. Hey, she brought it up.
I know.
And he lets her say that the tribe has spoken, which I would be like, I don't know if I would want to say. I think that's like Jeff's thing. But if that's what she wanted, I don't care. She can do whatever she wants.
Is this too like? Are we too self-referential? Like, is Survivor, does it, as much as I like love all of this, does it get to a point where like, okay, we're breaking the tradition to support?
I think on season 50 I would let it slide with people like Suri and all of this, but I think I would not let stuff like that slide with new players.
Oh, like when Rizzo said, "Call me a Riz God."
But I think that's fine too, because it's like, I mean, Jeff loves to say how, the players make the game, it's their game, whatever. And I feel like Rizzo should be allowed to ask Jeff to call him Riz God. I think it would be different if Rizzo had been like, call me something completely random that wasn't relevant to him all season.
Right.
Like, or hey, could you shout out my wife and kids or something? Like,
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't love that. But.
And you know what that comes from? It comes from people who are on Survivor, who are there to have the experience of being on Survivor, not to win the game.
Yeah.
Girl, people who are hugging Jeff on their way out.
If you're not Sari, don't.
Can I give you a hug? Girl, no. This is Mr. Jeff to you.
Yeah. I actually want Jeff to be mean to me.
That's what I'm saying. I want Jeff to snuff my torch when I'm voted out 15th, and I'll spit on him. He'll stuff my torch, and I'll spit on his feet, and I'll go, don't ever do that shit again. I said, I will be back next season.
Period.
My favorite right now, April Carry On, is on this next season of Drag Race All-Stars. Mm-hmm. And her famous clip from when she was on season 6 of RuPaul's Drag Race, like 12 years ago, at the reunion, she goes, I was meant to win All-Stars 2. Oh, yeah. And All-Stars 2 was fully like 8 years ago at this point. And she's back, but she's back. Hey, but she's back. And that'll be me when I voted out Survivor. I'm like, I was meant to win season 53.
Yeah.
And then I'm never back.
Oh, well, that wraps up this episode. Do you have any last thoughts?
I'm ready for... I'm ready for this season to be over, question mark?
I feel like we've had some high highs and some low lows.
I think that's what it is. We talked a little bit about this last episode. I feel underwhelmed by Survivor 50. Not necessarily in a bad way. I don't think this is a bottom tier season. I have to rewatch Winners at War because I remember watching Winners at War and leaving feeling, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And it was pandemic too, so all eyes were on season 40. Like, girl, he said fuck the pandemic.
He's locked in.
Anyway, yeah, I think this season has been overshadowed by the production of it all.
Yeah.
And that leaves me sad because I'm watching season 50 for the relationships, for the unplanned iconic moments, for the gameplay. I want to see these people game. I want to see these people be silly on their own accord. I don't want them forced to have to interact with Mr. Beast and make this whole moment of flipping a coin. It's so produced.
Yeah.
What makes Survivor so good and what makes these players so good. Sari was on Survivor 20 years ago. She wasn't playing with Mr. Beast. She was making up the 3-2-1 vote by herself. Yeah. That was just natural, her brain working in the game of Survivor. Like that's my thing with 50. And where I'm at is that I don't think it was a bad season. We still have one episode to go, so we'll see. I don't think it's been a bad season of Survivor. I just think it's been an underwhelming season of Survivor, and I don't think it necessarily hit my expectations where I wish it hit.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you have any other thoughts?
I mean, I just agree with every point you made. I would have loved to see it, like, I would have loved to bring it back to in the hands of the fans. I would have loved for them to just, like, feel like they were really doing it for the fans. Mm-hmm. Like, I have been very vocal, we both have, about how we don't like the celebrity involvement. I wish they would have listened to all the concerns and the things that people have been saying for years at this point, specifically since the new era started, and been like, this is for you, mm-hmm. you know? And not Zach Brown Band.
I agree. What was I just going to say? I feel season 50, you just said something really great and I can't remember. Oh my God, I hate when that happens, you guys. I feel that Survivor 50... Nope, I lost it. Anyway.
Period. Okay, well, thank you for watching this episode of the Making Fire podcast. The next time we see you will be for the finale of Survivor 50. We are so excited. In the meantime, be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Making Fire Pod, and vote for what season you want to see us cover this summer. That should be on our community tab. I'm gonna try and do that. Never done that before. Worst case, there will be something in the comments.
We put a straw poll, a link to a straw poll.
We do like a spinner.
A wheel.
We'll figure it out somehow.
The seasons you're voting for: Micronesia, Gabon, Palau, and Cagayan.
Comment, yes. And also make sure you follow that link in the bio to go vote for the fan favorite. Which person from this season you want to see win $100,000?
Work fan favorite.
Yes, and we'll see you next time. Bye.